Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady in Alaska. What are all the different things that are happening on board? What is different about the programming? And what kinds of different things can you expect on your sailing coming up? If you're new here, ahoy, I'm Christine Lozada. I am on my second sailing of Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady to Alaska. I was on last week's Mermaiden, and now I am on the second voyage she's having from Seattle to Alaska. And if you're thinking, wait a minute, Christine, didn't you already make this video? What's different about this one? I'm so excited to show you the things that actually happened on board and what's happening on board, because I'm filming this on day 2 of this sailing, but I'm going to edit in everything that I've done afterwards so that you can see what it's like as I go through the schedule, so that you can get a feel for, oh, okay, these are things I would like to do. Plan your own day out and just know what to expect so you can have the best time, because I'm having an epic time on these Alaska sailings, and you will too.
But there's also a few things I don't really like, so I'm going to be honest and share those too.
Book your Alaska sailing with us. We have, if you're watching this video, we got expert advice. We've sailed collectively over 50 times. We can help you out. This is what happens when you book with a top 10 first mate.
And it's the only way that you can support this channel.
All right, let's dive into the app. I'm going to scoot over so you can see it over here, and let's talk about how this sailing has gone down, because you guys have been sending me so many questions. What's helpful to know is the Sailaway party starts from 4:30 until 6 p.m. The free bubbles happens around 4:45 p.m. and they're still doing the solo sailor meetup just like they normally do at the athletic club, and they walk everyone over to the pool. You also have your standard mustering happening from 3 to 4:30. Don't forget, you can watch that video from the TV in your stateroom or from the app, whatever one is easiest for you. The Sailaway party is happening outside. It's been fantastic. We had excellent weather. The first sailing 72 degrees in Seattle, the second one 77 degrees, lots of people in the pool on the second sailing. Absolutely amazing. Then you have music around the ship. We have OGs, we have Matt, we have Ray and Joe. I love them so much. They've been performing. And then on this sailing you have Red Hot. And if you're not familiar with Red Hot, it's a story of Virgin. Richard Branson and the Virgin brand, and it's a lot of singing and dancing and really fun storytelling. I have mixed feelings about the AI mermaids and just the use of AI. I know a lot of you guys do too as well, but there you can expect that. This is held in the Red Room using those big screens with a lot of that AI footage that's in there. The singing and dancing, the costuming, fantastic. Sitting in the front is, in my opinion, a must to see the details of some of the amazing costumes. We have Abby on board, the hostess who's launched 1,000 ships. She's doing Love, Love, Love. That is an awesome show to watch. She's so talented. I had dinner at Pink Agave. It's helpful to know, and you're starting to see this if you're watching my content on other channels, is there's so many food items, Alaska-specific food items and drink items, both at the restaurants and at the galley and at the grounds club and at the bars. It's just a lot of Alaska-specific stuff. It almost feels like a eat and drink festival in terms of how many things there are that I'm trying to eat. At Pink Agave, they have 2 dishes. I absolutely loved those Alaska-specific dishes. Grogwalk is happening as normal. Don't forget, these are items you sign up for once you're on the ship. Grogwalk does come with that additional fee because you are getting all of those free cocktails. We have the Diva Goes West caricature. Kara's so phenomenal. She's doing Diva Goes West here in the evening, the second showing of Red Hot. And then you move into your nighttime activities of Slam Allen OG. He's on board. And don't forget, for Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady Alaska sailings, PJ party always inside. I want you to consider a couple things. One, when the sun goes down, it's cold, and we're sailing at this point. It was very cold on our first sailing. I'm so glad it was held indoors. But PJ Party has more programming than it has in the past. That's happening throughout the night, throughout the ship, and then they have like that after party in the Manor. So that's day 1. Let's talk about day 2, which I'm currently on day 2. We are cruising today. We're going through the inside passage. It is absolutely gorgeous outside right now. You have your morning workouts. Don't forget, these are all ones you sign up for once you're on the ship. You have all your morning workouts. I've been working out. I love doing the fitness classes, all included in your sailing. And then they have like games like the speed puzzle challenge at the social club. And then you have, oh, Faith the Artist is amazing. But a top question people have been asking is, will they have the VHS workout? And they do. So one thing that's different from last week, if you watched my video walking you through the Mermaiden sailing, is that that one had so much special programming because so much of the Virgin team was here, right? You're not gonna have chess on every sailing with Sir Richard Branson because he's not on every single sailing, but last week he was, and so there was special programming. We had my favorite, Frank, the SVP of engineering. He was doing tons of talks about the ship. And about builds and about dry docks and about just all of the things around the ship. And there were lots of events with him. And so now I thought it really important to bring you through this one because it's really bringing you through the normal programming. So if this is helpful, cheers that like button, consider subscribing and book your sailing with us. And don't miss the Alaska pack list, as well as tons of other helpful info in the description. Most people miss all of that additional helpful stuff I put together for you. Be a smart traveler. We have pickleball. Well, we've been playing pickleball. It's actually been really fun. We have pickleball up on the sports court. I did play in my big jacket and my snow boots. JC played in his shorts. Hilarious. Primetime Ports is one that's actually very loved. So we have an entire team on ship that's new for Alaska. On this sailing, we have Sue the Naturalist. We also have on this sailing, Aiden the Lumberjack. On the last one, it was Rob, and there's another person as well. And these people are helping to educate you about Alaska, Alaska culture, the ports, the wildlife, what you're looking at. Like there's tons of stuff. So Primetime Ports is a great one because if you're kind of like, I want to like learn more about the adventures that you can have at port, this is a great one for you to attend, happening in the Red Room. Then we have Sailor Meetup. Julian's been fantastic with Roaming Magic. This is one where lots of people are like, oh, how do I see magic? Make sure you're checking the schedule once you're on the ship, but just show up for it. First come, first serve. That's really fun to go to. We have a lot of specific events that are for Alaska. So honestly, Alaska in the Manor is another one of those. Baking Alaska, Tyler, the foodie, is taking people through a desserts and baking class. This morning I had brunch at Rojo. Lots of people ask, is there a secret menu? Because it's the new Rojo by Razzle Dazzle menu, there is no secret menu, but it has been really fun for the dinner side of things to try the Rojo specific Alaska items. DJ 360, he's phenomenal. He's playing in the roundabout. That's something new that you will see on these sailings for Brilliant Lady, which is just the use of that space and having afternoon DJ sets there instead of, right, the Miami sailings, it happens at the pool. There's still plenty of people in the pool. It's heated, and so is the jacuzzi, very heated as well. So lots of people are outside with their hot drinks and their big jackets or in the pool enjoying the sunshine, especially if there's no wind. It actually is really nice out there. You'll see this event called Logged Off. What I think is interesting about this one is that it's not just the food, the drink, and the Queen's Cast events and other things that are Alaska themed, but also some of the fitness stuff. So Logged Off is an example of something that's specific around logging off Alaska themed workout classes. You Don't Know Lumberjack is happening today. That's a really fun one, new Happenings Cast event. I really enjoyed that one. And then you have more just like fitness. This is very standard for what you see on a normal Virgin Voyages sailing. Then you have the Spirit of Alaska, where they do at the Grounds Club. I think there's just so many different things, from shopping opportunities to different events, to go check that out. And then you have something unique called Golden Hour. I actually really love this. It's very small bites. They have this standard dock and dockhouse menu, but on top of that, they have something called Golden Hour, which is they have these little bites that are Alaska-inspired food and beverages. And so the drinks, alcoholic drinks, those come with a fee. Unfortunately, my alcohol is not paid for either, but you can go get the food included. That's a fun one to try out. They have shopping events that are Alaska themed, same with these Northern narratives, with these timber talks. That's really fun. And then as we move on, we have normal programming. And this is one where, like, as I'm going through this, everyone sails differently, right? Sometimes I play I don't ever do trivia, but I've been having a lot of fun playing board games. I actually packed my own board game on this one because I knew I'd be playing board games a lot. So make sure you check the pack list in case there are things you might forget. Field notes is one that's specific to Alaska. You're seeing a lot of those on the schedule. So you really want to learn more about Alaska. This is the sailing to be on. Murder in the Manor, you'll see a change here in which you do book it in advance now. There were just so many of you who've been providing feedback. I'm listening to you guys all the time. And JC and I are Book Your Sailing with Us, relaying this back to the Virgin team because we are constantly talking to them about your feedback. And one of them was that people weren't able to get into Murder in the Manor. It's so popular. So actually what happened was during Sailaway at 5 p.m. during the party, they opened the bookings for it. I signed up immediately, so I'll be going this evening. I'm so excited to see Murder in the Manor again, this time with a different cast than when I was on the New York City 40 days and 40 nights from August to October I was there. But I'm excited to see this cast do it. You got music in the evening. Dual Reality is on Brilliant Lady. I'll be back at Pink Agave tonight. I'm excited for that. Second showing of Murder in the Manor. Love Christina, DJ Mixtress. She'll be performing, that's new, right? At SIP. It's unique to see some of the spaces they're utilizing. Lots of people are outside. This was just a top misperception. Oh, I can't believe like no one's gonna be able to be outside. They didn't retrofit the entire ship for Alaska. Lots of people are outside, like lots of people are outside. Plus they have the fuzzy blankets at the pool. Everyone's using them. It's fun to watch people walking around with the fuzzy blankets around them. I just love it. We have Bingo Blitz. The bingo cards, you do win. You do win money. You don't have to play, but it's important to know that bingo is an option, but the party is a party, so just go and enjoy it. Happening tomorrow, tomorrow we're at port at Ketchikan, and they have workouts in the morning. And then they have, so they even still have the 8 Legs Run Club. So they still have a lot of these outdoor activity things happening. Pickleball's happening. I'll probably go play, to be honest. And then they have more fitness classes, golden hour. You can see how, like normal Virgin Voyages sailings, the activities are kind of light on a port day, especially for Alaska. Everyone's getting off the ship. It's helpful to know that, you know, when you get to port, lots of people are excited to get off, so the lines can be very long getting off. It was why, you don't have to, but I have been booking all of my shore things through Virgin Voyages because that line can be long. And so when my excursion starts at 10:30, we got to port at 10, but they don't actually open the doors until 10:30 because there was a tiny bit of a delay. My excursion is not going to leave without me. And so that's just important to know. Be a smart traveler, do what's right for you. But for me, I did all of my shore things through Virgin Voyages. Up with a Twist, fantastic show, comes with dinner. I love the non-alcoholic and I love the vegetarian menu. That is an option available to you. Otherwise, beef or fish with tons of alcoholic drinks. That does come with a fee because of those drinks. And that menu is one you can't get anywhere else. We're at Ketchikan until 5, and then they have more events. A lot of people did ask if the LGBTQ plus events are happening, and they are. You got music, you got games, you got fitness in the evening. I'll be at Rojo by Razzle Dazzle. Love that dinner so much. And then you have Out of Time. They have 2 showings. Most of these main shows have those 2 showings, 7:30 and then 10 p.m. It's really helpful because a lot of people ask, what time should I be booking my dinner? Make sure you check out the other video that I have talking about dinner. That will help you to determine what time might be right for you booking your brunches and dinners and how to think about that. Booze Clues is a newer Happenings Cast event that launched with Brilliant Lady this past year. You have more music. I love Matthew Lennox. You have Out of Time at the Red Room for the 2nd showing. And then you have this unique event called Stargazers, and that's one that's held outdoors. It's held outdoors at the dock. On the last sailing, the weather did not hold out. It started raining. So that didn't happen on the last sailing, but it's important to kind of see what this looks like, right? We have Motown and Soul with DJ 360 at the Manor. So that's a little bit more of a mellow event. We have Slam. He's been putting on excellent shows. He's at On the Rocks. And then you have this quiet event. In general, I mean, how many people are like, yeah, Alaska, let's get lit and party? Like some people, but not the majority. Most people are like, let's go to port. And on port days, I'm out all day. It's having so much fun. It's cold. It's cold for me. And when I come back, I'm exhausted. And so I, have a nice meal, watch the show, and generally go to bed, to be honest. A lot of people will do the Miami sailings, the Caribbean sailings to really enjoy the nightlife. Alaska is just a different one, right? Anywhere that's very port heavy focus, you'll just see a different vibe on the ship. That does not mean no one is partying. We had an excellent Scarlet Night last sailing. It just means it's not the same nightlife vibe that you'll experience out of Miami. So just setting your expectations, because a lot of people are curious about that. I'm doing the I'm doing a plane thingy. I'm excited for that. It's just 2 hours. And then I'm actually going to go to a lumberjack show afterwards. Aiden's going to be in it, the lumberjack that's on the ship. So I'm really excited to see that. Let's go to the next day, which is Juneau. Juneau, I'm very, very excited for. My excursion this day, I'm doing the helicopter glacier dog sled adventure. We're actually at port from 12 to 8 p.m. at Juneau. And so if you're always like, oh my gosh, like what time am I at port? It's always on your voyage page where it'll show you the hours you're at each port. So that's helpful to know. And it's also in the app. You can see it here, right? Gangway opens at 12. And then down below it says all aboard at 7:30. With a departure at 8. That's why I booked the wake for 8:30 p.m. I guess I'm doubling up on the wake in the morning for brunch as well. Excited for that. I don't mind doing a double wake in a day. All right, let's look at the event lineup for Juneau. And don't forget, please book your sailing with us. It's the #1 way to support this channel. And one of the top things, just consider this. If you have a travel agent that sent you my video, why wouldn't you just want this expert advice from the source? We can help you price compare your sailing with us. Even if you've already booked, it takes literally one email. You can just send us a text message of your sailing and let's just see if we can get you a better offer because we want you to have the best vacation possible. This really is a fun vacation. It's why I'm on my 37th sailing right now. All right. Let's talk about fitness classes. You got fitness classes in the morning, lots of fitness classes. Ooh, and you have this VHS version of the Jukebox Jive. I don't know if you've tried that one. It's fun. You have some pickleball, morning mind benders in the morning. Ooh, they have Rice Baby, which is a paid event on the ship. Solo Sailor Meetup. I actually like this. So the Morning Glow, I like the scene a lot. It's one of my favorite spaces to hang out in. One of the things about Brilliant Lady is that this space looks a little bit different than other spaces, other scene spaces on other ships. But the Morning Glow is where you have some coffee, watch some amazing views from inside and have some storytelling. So that's available to you. We got Julian with his roaming magic. We have Salty Trivia. Ice Picks, this is a new one. So this is like a more game show style event happening at the Social Club, Up with a Twist with its next showing. And then you have Red Hot again. So on our last sailing, because of that Mermaiden, Red Hot wasn't showing as much. Flippin' Delicious, you guys know I love that event. It's when they flip the menu and Tyler the foodie will take you through kind of a explanation of dish by dish as they switch it over. And then they had the electric party. Super fun. I love the electric party. It's a really fun one, especially with the Happenings cast all dressed up in neon. Then we have, and this is especially if you're doing this specific itinerary, the glacier viewing is phenomenal. Make sure you're out on the decks. It's a great time to see the glacier. And we actually go out to it and then the ship, I can't say boat, I know you're gonna do in the comments, just spins in place while everyone, no matter where you are on the ship, gets to enjoy these views. You have workouts in the morning, and a lot of people have actually been booking the cabanas. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I've seen lots of people enjoying that space. So you get to enjoy, if you want to pay for a cabana, that's an option. They have Morning Glow again with different games and workouts in the morning. Pickleball yet again. I love Zumba. I loved Horizons and headphones. So they put an exclusive space at the Perch for you to drink hot chocolate or mulled wine and have a curated sound. Like you have headphones and Abby, the hostess, is the one who's talking you through kind of like it's a mix of music and her talking. It's a really fun event. I liked it. It was nice to be able to be provided the binoculars. If it's something that interests you and you want to guarantee a space and a spot to be able to view the glacier, I think it's a great one. The Perch is an excellent space for that. You have more workouts in the afternoon, Lotteria, that you all know that event. It's been around for a while. You have some shopping events, and then you have, unique. We have Christina, we have DJ Mixtress on deck at the roundabout, in the afternoon. We have these movements and masks. So this is going back to sharing more of like the culture of Alaska. And then just like normal, afternoon tea is happening. That happens on sea days or cruising days. We have logged off yet again, some shopping events. Northern Nightcaps is a unique one, also held by the foodie, Tyler, and they're bringing you through how to make different drinks that are Alaska themed. You have more events in the afternoon. You can see there's tons of programming, on those sea days or cruising days. You have lots of additional programming. Golden hour is happening every single day, just like OPA hour, So there's no OPA hour on these Alaska sailings. And then in the evening, let's see what happens. We have music and more fun events. We have festival stage. So we have a show in the Manor. And then we have music with Slam Allen. Y'all know I love Ben Price. He's back on board. I'm so excited to see him here. He has a show happening tonight. You can see I added it to mine. And then in the evening, we have his second show. We have music. And then we have Disco Circus. So don't think that Alaska means no partying. That's not the case at all. They still have all the normal programming, and I love Disco Circus. They bring out so many of the amazing talent from Dual Reality to do the first part of that show. So if you like seeing acrobats and fun things like that, make sure you are coming to the beginning of that event. Most people miss it and come late. Scarlet Night, you can see at the top. Scarlet Night's happening on Thursday while we're at Prince Rupert in Canada. And what's important to know about Scarlet Night is where it happens in your voyage depends on the length of your voyage. People are always like, oh, is it going to be on the second day or is it going to be on the... What if your voyage is 14 days, Like when is it going to happen? It will be different for each one. So just know it might be different. It's never the first day. It's never the last day. But generally, it's just somewhere in the middle of your sailing. And don't forget, get on the email list if you want to have more insider tips, if this is helpful. Don't miss out on that. More info in the description below. You can click that link down there. We have on this day, actually this is kind of important. We are on day 2 of this voyage and the final couple days aren't fully finished yet. Like you can see, nothing really happens until 3. I know, because this is my 37th sailing, that later in the week, I'm going to see more things on here. Just more people are focused on what they're doing today and what they're doing tomorrow. And later in the week, this will be more populated. So you can see there's Murder in the Manor. They have a movie. They have a movie showing at the Red Room. That's unique and different. You can see the Scarlet Night programming, but I know more fitness classes and trivia and shopping events. That'll get added later. But you can see the Scarlet Night events, and important to know, Scarlet Night still happens like normal at the roundabout. Kickoff is at 9. Most people get that wrong. It starts at 9. And then you're just roaming throughout the ship. I love going to the grounds club and dancing. I love the new programming that they have at the Red Room. They have that new moon party that's happening in the Manor. And then they do the late night party. And it was very well attended on my last sailing. A lot of people are upset. Oh my gosh, Christine, why aren't they doing it at the pool? Well, 1, it's freezing. And 2, I think, actually tell me your opinion in the comments. I would think it would be a vibe kill if there's still light in the sky while you're at the pool party. So I filmed my watch and the light in the sky at 10:30 p.m. There's still light in the sky. And we're at the end of May, so there's only going to be more light in the sky later. I don't know, maybe you guys would be into it. I'm not really into this idea of Scarlet Night pool party while it's still light out. So on the final day, let's just talk about the final day. You can see more workouts are happening here. Lots of people are signing up for them. You have a behind the scenes option going up to the bridge. That's always fun. We have Dulcie on board, so she's doing the hula class. Love her so much. More events and classes happening. And usually on the last day Oh, yep, they got Ben Price back, so he'll be doing an afternoon show. This is fun. I booked Ride with the Waves. That one is a specific, different than a normal spin class. That one's taught by the Happenings cast. So I signed up for that one because Katrina's on board and I wanted to go get my workout on. More workouts in the afternoon. The Big Remix, that's a newer Happenings cast event. Very fun. They have more Alaska specific items on here. And then in the evening time, they have Up with a Twist. I love Rojo. I have Rojo booked that night. Dual Reality has another showing. And then do you see how this is kind of a, it's a club night. It's a general club night in the Manor. And that's our final night before it's time to get off. Alaska, this one really has been a special sailing. I hope that a lot of the footage that you saw here was helpful to you. If it was, tell me in the comments below and tell me when you're considering Alaska. I'm Christine Lozada. Book your sailing with us and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.